boy though. Yeah, I fought that nigga Morgan, man. I like his little ass. I like him. I like quite a few of them niggas. He the revolutionized country now, boy. It's old now. He got that. It's old. That shit better be the next. Hello. That's what Lil Wayne was talking about. Lil Wayne was smart, boy. Lil Wayne. Hello. Boy, he just old country ass street nigga. That's it. Yeah. Run that moonshine. That nigga said daddy shit doing dumb shit. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga that I'm from. I like down there song on that bitch. I like that song. Oh, that's the name of city? Yeah, that's the name of that album. He got one song on that bitch that I'm the problem. Nigga said, well, bitch, if I'm the problem, then you might be the reason. That right. I think he's now tired. I think if I'm the problem, you might be the reason.
So J Prop, boom. I seen you had commented the other night. I'm just seeing shit, seeing what I see. How you doing?
Problem. You might be the reason. I'll never change.
Been a long time. I'm doing good. Doing good. Can't keep my hands off these damn devices. Still sleep with this shit. How you been doing? Little Keith. Keith in the building. Every time I shit, Keith just sit out. Look across there like what the goddamn car. Yeah. Keith. Keith knows my country music. My little baby uncle crazy ass. And my little cousin Diddy. Yeah, I'm goddamn shit. Keith got a ring. I ain't even got no ring. You say you took my motherfucking chopper on. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Jay, probably what you been up to? I see. I'm looking around the internet like a whole lot of people done woke up. I see me nigga over there saying he don't believe this shit no more. Well, these niggas, you gotta go tooth and nail with that goddamn space shit. Now they don't believe. Been telling you nigga when the space was in toilet shit, in cardboard and toilet tissue. With a landline to reach all the way to the moon. Niggas still ain't gonna believe this shit. Nigga crazy. What up, caca? Bam, boom. Just chillin'. My cousin on that country shit today. I can't even concentrate. I can't even think about talking about shit. These niggas crazy. Everything. Everything. I wanna go listen to that goddamn Young Fair and goddamn Bro Sanchez debate. That shit was fire. I heard that shit in my sleep last night. I said, that nigga funny as hell. Sanchez was murdering that nigga. Sanchez was murdering that nigga. Sanchez was murdering that nigga. Some of them believers are non-believers now. Yeah. Hey, hey, we on with those kind of shit we on today.
They got your boy on them.
Who they up?
This nigga named Beta, like Beta Zimmerman. But he got
What
the
that
hit
big,
too.
what that big, put that jelly roll on that bit.
Alright, play that shit on one.
That
You
jelly
put big
roll on
hits
that
on
bit.
them?
I don't know that nigga. I know that. I fuck with that nigga jelly roll.
Nigga wrestling, man.
These all gonna suck your ass dry. You got the country nigga rapping this shit. They gonna suck your ass dry. They gonna suck it. They gonna milk it till they gonna milk it till they can't milk it no more. Until a nigga wake up. Fuck the crossover. My shit still in the trunk. Know that. I might go back and start selling CDs. I think I am. I'm making my nigga go back and get a CD player to listen to my shit. For real. I got in this playlist. I got okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The Jits. That was some jail roll for you.
Yeah, jelly roll.
Actually, Jits is on. Jits on this video.
Oh, give me a shot or something. I'm too sober. I get that the purpose. Y'all wanna help me celebrate my sobriety. How you gonna celebrate it? Shit, right here on YouTube. I gotta go find something to post up on Unfed 5 with. Go find me something to post up with. My day already over. It's 1 o'clock. I ain't gonna do shit. Watch that car, they gonna be it. I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Call it the biggest truck. Call it the fight truck. Fuck 'em. He'll pop up. He'll pop up. Showstopper. Bus-stopper. 100. Get 'em. 100. Swag. Let's get it. Okay. Uh, oh. A Honda. And my Lula's a shooter. Ooh, you know, on top. And these young guys, when we do it, know what you're doing. Like I'm straight out of movie. She beefing the plan. I'm saying. Chopper hit on the man. I swear that, look, I'm gonna let this bitch run. I'm gonna let this bitch run until I feel better. I wanna hear something to make me feel better. See what I see. Do you see what I see? I feel like something hit my head on the chin just then. These niggas talk about this shit the day after this shit got down. Jesus Christ.
Ultraviolet rays are very stable in cellophane. See, it's mentioned right here. Cellophane is made out of wood pulp. It's actually organic. Cellophane is organic. You probably didn't know that. Cellophane is the stuff they wrap like flowers in. You go to the florist. That's cellophane. And it transmits ultraviolet light very well. Exploring the forgotten Art Deco artifacts of the New York Hotel. I was looking at some of these pictures. I mean, these are vintage pictures. Go back to the 1930s. Couples dancing here. New York is famous for its historic, glamorous hotels, but often overlooked, yet perhaps the most storied hotel of them all is the one with the most iconic name, the New Yorker. This giant red sign dominates the West 34th Street, and it's photographed in all these landmarks as a landmark. Here's a vintage picture of it. They mentioned Nikola Tesla died a virtual recluse after living alone in the hotel for over a decade. He was living alone because he was probably doing experiments down there in the room, and he had the ultraviolet thing going on. He was wired for something. Or maybe they were testing on, the people. Maybe they were drawing energy off of people's magnetic fields and harnessing that somehow. Maybe created some kind of different kind of energy. Or maybe he was at the end of life and he was wondering if maybe there's a way to transfer his consciousness through the airwaves. Who knows what was going on? All I know is these numbers don't lie. There's something weird about all this. And maybe he wasn't hip to it, or maybe he was. Here's the World Trade Center connections. Now remember, his study was in room 28, 3328. Well, the World Trade Center stood 28 years. Opened in the Hebrew year 5733. Building 7 was 47 stories tall. All these numbers right here link in to the Tesla story as it relates to this hotel. Simply unbelievable. Here it is here. 47, 7, 33. It's all there. So, was he doing some kind of experiment on extending life? Maybe there were some regenerative properties to extend life. There were a lot of dignitaries that came to visit Tesla. And this was a middle-of-the-road hotel, but yet you had Muhammad Ali, you had other very well-off people coming and staying in this hotel. And I've always been a believer that the Twin Towers somehow harness your energy. One World Trade Freedom Tower somehow harnesses people's energy. I also believe when you go to a stadium and watch a sports event, or you go to a movie theater, they're designed to harness and vampirize your energy somehow. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I'm convinced that something like that is going on. Let's look at some more of these pictures. Creepy hotel. It was designed as a hotel for the travelers. This was a middle-of-the-road
Travelers Hotel.
Workers coming into Manhattan from the station, from the Port Authority bus terminal a few blocks north, from the West Side docks. So why were all these dignitaries going there to visit Tesla? And why was he there in this middle-of-the-road hotel? When the New Yorker opened on January 2nd, it was designed as one of the largest, most sophisticated, technologically advanced hotels in the world. They called it a vertical village. Its 43 stories resemble a self-contained town with 2,500 rooms. Kitchens were staffed by 135 chefs, blah, blah, blah. They had phone operators, 80 feet underground. Its own power plant, the largest in the United States, was big enough to generate power for a city of approximately 35,000 people. It boasted a radio in every room and its own private radio station. Now, for some of you that don't know about frequencies, I know some of you are attacked, targeted with frequencies. You're suffering, you're in pain, getting like bombarded. You're in the middle of a city, you're surrounded by this stuff, these frequencies, okay? I think Tesla knew about this. In 1948, the New Yorker had more televisions under one roof than any other building in the world. And servicemen would stay there as guests before boarding the steamliners for Europe. And they were proud that they got to stay there, so they put this on their dugouts and stuff during the war, as you can see the picture here. This lobby. I mean, this looks like the lobby from the Shining film, right? Where he goes into the gold room. But this goes on, and here's showing the connection to Penn Station. Here is the copper conducting doors going down to Penn Station. It's a photograph there. Sealed door. And this is about as creepy as it gets, you guys. This reminds me of the whole Columbus Circle, the tiled underground walkways where they had torture chambers and missing children. I mean, this stuff is about as creepy as it gets. So this is it today. It's all blocked off now. But this is what it looked like. Some more vintage photos from the period.
What up, dope?
Every few seconds.
Art Deco. And here is the actual power plant. Now let's read a little bit about this. This part's interesting. 80 feet below the sidewalk, at the remnants of the New Yorker's private power plant, a vast undertaking, the DC generating plant was the largest private one of its kind when it was built in 1929. Powerful enough to provide electricity for a city of 35,000 people. Motors were controlled by a 60-foot switchboard. This power plant was so remarkable, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics, okay, we already read that, on par with the Niagara Falls hydroelectric plant. You can still see the operating switches for the skating rink, north ballroom parlors, and coffee shop lights. Ghostly reminders of the hotel's glamorous past. Now, what I noticed in this photograph, if you look closely here, you can see the hexagonal, whatever these connectors are here.
Yeah, shit crazy, bro. These motherfuckers right there, they go and they make a motherfucker. They get a nigga into that.
Three-dimensional cube.
They put a nigga into that mystical, mythological type shit, man. I ain't trying to go on back into that shit. They tried to feed me back over to that shit last night. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You nigga writing this shit as they go, bro.
In this cube dimension, so it makes sense that some cube solutions might be the most efficient in this prison reality, right? It's like if you are in a prison cell, you only have so much room. Your bed has to be a certain size. The toilet has to be a certain size. It doesn't make the bed or the toilet evil. They fit into the cell the way they're supposed to maximize the space. It's kind of the same thing when it comes to inventors and people like that. Their inventions don't necessarily make them evil. They're fitting into the reality that we're kind of stuck in. But pretty much there's no doubt in my mind that Nikola Tesla knew this was a giant experiment. They built this experiment for him. We're going to look at the Trump connection.
A new secret Trump.
So here's where
a new secret Trump president,
Tesla,
I think.
Being while a guest there, you go downstairs to spend time with the generator engineers and tinker with plants.
A new secret Trump Tesla connection.
Here is the weather lady.
There's way more to the story.
What?
Back then.
What do you say? I told
Look at, they got a giant thermometer here.
Elon Musk wanted to put the biggest baggers when he came into the motherfucker.
Even the style, look at the shoes. In-house weather reporter, Emerald O'Day. Now, this is crazy. The Christmas tree. Now, I don't know if that says 33 or just 3. All I see is 3. There's a guy on a ladder. They're decorating his Christmas tree. And getting ready for Christmas 1944. Gallo Christmas tree in the lobby of the New York will receive its final pruning and trimming before its annual Yuletide appearance. Now this Yuletide thing is
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir.
Year, this period.
Yeah, little South Pole Santa Claus there. Put it on the world, nigga.
Now that's a cult. You never hear Yuletide associated with Christmas. Back then, nobody was awake, and so they could just say it.
Man, niggas don't want to hear that shit, though. You see old boy jumping up saying, the Arctic goes through. Yeah, I understand that, but we looking for the North Pole, though. That's the point. I'm looking for the North Pole, nigga. They ain't hiding Antarctica. They ain't hiding that shit. I'm looking for what they hiding, dog.
Valhalla.
Sure.
They want to die in battle so they can go to the halls of Valhalla.
I gotta work that nigga down.
Be with virgins and fight forever. Terms with etymological equivalent to Yule are used in the Nordic countries for Christmas.
What?
With its religious rites.
What?
But also for the holidays of this season. Today, Yule is also used to a lesser extent in English people as a synonym for Christmas. Okay, so Yule log, Yule goat, Yule board, Yule singing.
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. Merry Christmas.
Dramatic thing. Okay. Now, for those of you that watch Vikings, you know that it's all about sacrifice. That's all they do.
That's who Santa Claus is, the goddamn Viking, nigga.
And all kinds of weird stuff.
Shit. Better have that shit at the South Pole.
Pray to Odin. Here's a weird thing. You know,
Goddamn Santa Claus at the South Pole trying to throw a nigga off with that shit.
It's a South Korean church. They bought the hotel in 76. It's just a world mission center. This unification church was all about bringing together all the religions into one.
What? What?
That's what they did.
Hold on. What it say? Bring all the religions into one? Who that sound like? Oh, that sound like our 14th floor religion over there? And we'll admit, ain't that what I told y'all? All right. Same people, same plan, same shit. Every time they go back to the huddle, they come out with the same goddamn script.
I don't care.
Try to tell you.
Even Islam basically tried to include everybody under
That Baha'i faith. Let me rewind that. I need to hear that again. That Baha'i faith. I know what I just told you what they back door and I ran over there with that Baha'i shit.
What?
All goddamn faith. So same plan, same every time.
I see old KRO. He don't believe none of that shit no more. I know that real.
South Korea, South Korean church. They bought the hotel in 76. It's just a world mission center. This unification church was all about bringing together all the religions into one world religion. That's what they did. Even Islam basically tried to include everybody under Christianity.
Told y'all, man. Same goddamn little scheme they got going on now with that Baha'i faith.
So how does Trump fit into all this? Well, Trump's uncle was brought in when Tesla died.
No.
Okay? In this hotel. So Trump's uncle was at MIT for decades. Trump was involved in radar research for the Allies in the Second World War. And in 1943, the FBI had enough faith, his technical ability, and his discretion to call him in. Nikola Tesla died in his room at the New York Hotel in Manhattan,
33rd floor.
raising the question of whether enemy agents might have had a chance to learn some of his secrets before the body was found. One fear was that Tesla was working on a death ray. Who knows what this thing could have been, right? This could have been a giant laser. They were creating a giant laser that shot up and was trying to break the firmament. All this stuff is connected to the Twin Towers, connected to the New York Hotel, connected to the World Freedom Tower. These Masons build these things. Okay?
They through.
And it's all part of a plan that transcends generations.
Yeah.
It transcends people's ages.
Yeah.
Which points to a higher intelligence.
Yeah.
I got news for you.
And we just saying a nigga with 2 different birthdays the other day.
God.
Told y'all this shit.
Okay?
Lost the
People are
key to it.
transcending their own lifespans in these
Yeah.
projects. They're passing on information generation to generation. It's unbelievable sometimes. We try to wrap their brain around what's really going on here. And I've got these numbers up, and I can't even believe it
That nigga
myself.
get mystical. Oh God, and the angels now, motherfucker, technology.
I mean,
These
he
scientists.
knows what 33 means. He wasn't dumb. But they really have really let them put him on the 33rd floor without knowing about what 33 means. I mean, 33 transcends into the.
That's how wide that mountain is in the North Pole, right? That black rock.
33 relates to.
That magnetic mountain at the pole. 33. What is it? 33 feet wide. Or that 33 bullseye.
1933.
I ain't falling for that shit though.
He must have put all this together. Yeah, he wasn't a stupid man.
I ain't falling for all that shit.
Suggests that
all that goddamn mystical, magical heaven and all this. No, bitch, I ain't with y'all evil. They created the God to goddamn create evil, goddamn.
This is also a 3.
Like a goddamn alibi to goddamn do evil shit.
33 in the floor plan of this building, the New Yorker Hotel. Now remember that generator that you're looking at on your screen right now is almost the same steam generator that's down in the basement of this building.
Look like that same steam generator we just seen over water goddamn power the other day. That video I ran up on. That's what that mother looked like. Big ass goddamn plungers and shit was going in that water, creating that goddamn the energy. I told you, water is a very good conductor of water. They ain't gonna tell you that. Everybody think we're trying to get alkaline water. This water, man, water is a very good conductor of goddamn energy. And if that goddamn water is rejuvenated right there with all that with the magnetism of the goddamn earth again, don't you know it's ions and all kind of shit in that water, and you can use that water to goddamn create electricity. That's what Tesla was fucking doing, bro. These motherfuckers goddamn, each motherfuckers is hell. Let's get it. We're gonna get to some flash shit. Y'all know how to get out. Fair use. Disclaimer. Educational purpose.
For the rest of the day,
I'm on my rebel shit, man. I just play other folks shit.
They shutting down the police van. All calls be coming through this switchboard.
I'm gonna marry Donald Trump. I'm gonna marry Donald Trump.
You think you're a lady, Hillary Clinton? What's that? What? Hillary Clinton, the 42nd president. She'd be the 43rd president. All right, but who's the 21st? I don't know. You think you're a lady, Hillary Clinton? What's that? What? Hillary Clinton, the 42nd president. She'd be the 43rd president. All right, but who's the 21st? I don't know.
Dang, I wanna gotta see that shit. Beating up on creation. Gonna goddamn make you pay their God. You gonna pay our God for the land. I don't tell you no beat up on the trees. I gotta do my tree video again. Them silicone trees, bro. Big redwood tree. I'm telling you, they got with the war, man. With the war on creation, bro. Russia, Castle, Trump, Marvelous Underground Journey. 1900, the last president, Lockwood up. President Trump's hotel from the book is on the Fifth Avenue, exactly at the address where the Trump Tower now stands. in the administration of President Trump, there is a man named Pence from the book. Exactly the same name as the Vice President of the United States. Y'all getting it to man. Oh, they prophesied. Oh, they just probably writing this shit. They go. They go tell niggas time travel and everything. Like writing this shit. They go. Bloodline shit. But when I let the motherfucker take you into a mythological goddamn some bullshit, man, I ain't going for it. That's why I had to get out that bed last night. Once we found that shit, and they going there talking all that mythological follow all that land shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit. These motherfuckers goddamn cave mode this land with this power, this technology and shit, and taking all over and all this shit. That's just an excuse to do evil. That's an excuse for you to accept evil. Cause you accept the God, you gotta accept the evil. Cause you don't ever got it, man. These motherfuckers crazy. I ain't going for. I'm gonna keep digging though. I'm gonna keep digging. I'm telling you. I think that's where the British power was coming from. They were going around destroying everybody empires. They even had a split with a few empires, but I always go back to the goddamn United Kingdom. Well, who was goddamn back in the United Kingdom? Where was the British Empire at? Where the fuck they got all their strength from? I just showed y'all. There was a British Empire that we looking at. That goddamn land, that bottom land on that right side, we connected to all that shit. That's where they goddamn strength was coming from. And that's where they hiding over there. Fuck, they got that shit. The United Kingdom ain't never they little front though. All that shit on their right side, all that shit with Russia, Germany, all that shit with the same goddamn, it was on the same damn people, bro.
I'm asking a question so a nigga tell me, bro. I'm gonna keep
They took on that. Do you think they still in identity? Now all the way down to they got to call themselves a damn Jew. Ain't no such thing as Jew. Until they write it.
No, I get it.
So that means they was the Romans too. Every goddamn motherfucker you can think the Celts. They all that's them motherfuckers.
Man, that's my baby right there.
Shit, y'all know how to set up a goddamn fort. You got a fort, you trying to keep a motherfucker away from goddamn your stash spot, your motherfucking headquarters. You gonna tell whatever kind of lie, whatever kind of shit you gotta do to goddamn keep home safe, man. Come on, man. Shit ain't no motherfucker. This shit ain't hard to figure out. These motherfuckers ain't nothing to fuck with, boy. These some evil motherfuckers.
Emails and I had found the file you had sent me because they wouldn't let you upload your shit and you would send it to me for me to put out. And I found all that shit you had gave me and went back in that shit was gone. I got down to use a little bit of it. I said, let me get this little bit so I make sure I had this. I went back, I knew it was gonna be mad. I went back and I can't find that shit, no, that shit gone. But yeah.
Prince was sent to a world of strange and beautiful magic.
You turn it upside down, 1881.
Sometimes I'm afraid that you'll tell me that this is not a work of fiction. I can only hope that the answers will come to me in my sleep. I hope that when
they got to the point they just made this shit like we so dumbed down and fucked up now, man. So they could just put all kind of shit in your face now. And it's just, man, niggas too busy being perverted and fucked up in their head and on dumb shit trying to kill each other. And niggas, man, I don't know old Bill for that. Put shit dead in your damn face. They write themselves into power, boy. Man, they just killed that goddamn pyramid. You seen that shit? Knocked the pyramid off the map. Damn, what the fuck? Tore down that pyramid. Left one standing though. The black sun. The black sun. You seen that shit? Why you always doing that shit? Y'all don't pay attention to that nigga do that shit too much. Throw that other make side, throw up the L. He throw up that L and that 360, throw up the L, that 360 out. When he talk, that's all he do. Throw up the L, throw up the 360, throw up the L, throw up the 360, all he do.
as doubting Thomases seemed to take particular pleasure in popping up on all occasions, Jack in the Box like. It may be well to head them off in this particular instance by proving that Baron Trump was a real baron and not a mere baron of the mind. Ingersoll Lockwood was an American lawyer and writer that was born in the year 1841. Lockwood was born in Ossining, New York, the son of Munson Ingersoll and Sarah Lewis Lockwood. Ingersoll's father, Munson, was also a lawyer and intimate friend of Henry Clay, representative of Kentucky, also a lawyer. Munson achieved prominence as a military man and civic activist. He was a general in the New York State Militia and commandant of the 7th Brigade. Like his father and uncles, Ingersoll Lockwood also trained as a lawyer, although his first position was as a diplomat. 1862, he was appointed consul to the Kingdom of Hanover by Abraham Lincoln himself.
Hanover Kingdom.
At the time, he was the youngest member of the U.S. consular force and served in that post for 4 years. On his return, he established a legal practice in New York City with his older brother, Henry Lockwood. By the 1880s, Ingersoll had established a parallel career as a lecturer and writer. In 1884, he married Winifred Wallace Tinker. He graduated.
The motherfucking Tatarian straight, then they come with the Annian straight, then they say that's a milk, then they wiped out all the Tatarian history. Now, Putin, all of a sudden, a couple of years ago, just dropped the Tatarian where you can get there and get in there and see it, but they already rewrote all of it, so when you go in there and get it, you got to understand this shit. But then written and wrote, but they can goddamn be in control of it and tell it the way they want to tell it. No Tatarian, we got there, no Tatar, Tartar, what Tar mean? Tar mean black. No Tatar, that shit was black. That's how the Moors, that's how they got there usurped Africa. They took over all. They killed the melanated nigga with the book. Killed Ham. Killed Ham ain't no Ham. All you motherfucking progenitors of the black races, y'all niggas through. After the Tatarian, that was it. Putin dropped the map to show all this shit. All these maps fucked up. They all trying to show them not. But see, knew me. I done went and found all that shit, everything, all the questions I was asking y'all so we can find together. But I wasn't gonna stop trying to figure this shit out. I ain't got all of it, but I'm on the edge real hard. Yeah, I'm gonna show a nigga the 4 corners of the earth. I'm gonna show a nigga the 4 corners of the earth. Yeah, Melanation 3GD, that's my new shit. Melanation 3GD, my new shit, newbie. Yeah, that's my new shit. Melanation 3GD, that's how I'm going. That's my own nation. I ain't going up on none of them niggas shit. That's my own shit. But niggas don't understand this shit. What the fuck I just did then? Hold up. Oh, Diane Color White. Damn, that's that nigga name. I've been trying to think his name. He the one talking about Harry Tubman. He the one got down putting me on game for real. He put me on some game. Nigga thought Diane Color. That shit stink, man. Man, this nigga go dump that shit and goddamn clean that truck out. Real shit. I just fucked on in the where I was at. This gonna be a good one. I'm gonna run this bitch on FEDZBACK.
Author and originator.
I fucked up our spot though.
Enough, his picture doesn't look like he aged a day. This is back before age of cosmetic surgery. The only difference is the color of his beard. Did Ingersoll find the secret to life?
Bitch, did you clone yourself?
He talks about the creation of a god, how to make your own god. He goes into myths about Muhammad, Osiris, Apis, Horus. He talks about Enoch and Elijah, and how they never saw death, how they were snatched up from this earth as mortals. He writes poems in this book of the immortal human. To the grand and noble soul of my brother Henry Clay Lockwood, who was famously known to be friends with Sir Henry Clay. The tone of this book is almost educational with a flair of mysticism. Compared to his fiction books and his prophetical, almost political book, this is a far stretch comparatively. Did Mr. Lockwood form a cult back then? We can see now, looking back, that he had an extensive insight into future events, into the political landscape 100 years down the line, and into fantastical ideas like Hollow Earth and other topics like time travel. 100 years later, with the election of Donald Trump, the books of Ingersoll Lockwood are now coming back to bring us an eerie take from the past, almost like Nostradamus has done. Was Mr. Lockwood even a real figure in history, or was he completely made up? If we look at the etymology of his name, Ingersoll Lockwood, Inger is derived from the Old Norse Ingvar, itself derived from Yngvi Freyr, the Norse god of sacral kingship, virility, prosperity, and sunshine fair weather, i.e., climate control, be God, not man. Soul is the personification of the sun, and woodlock, derived from a location in Yorkshire, England named Loch Woodoo in Old English. The meaning is translated one resident at the wood home enclosed by fencing. So based on the etymology, it can be surmised
told by fencing, told by a wall. Okay,
the one
good.
resident of the house secured by fencing that is protected by the God of light, understanding that climate is subject to God and not man, and wishing to bring a sense of masculinity and prosperity to his people.
Masculinity in my head. All these babies. Oh, shit.
There are rumors that Mr. Lockwood was a Catholic back then.
Gotta be politically correct out here.
To see if his prophecies were given to him by God or by more occultic and esoteric means. And how does this connect to the theories of John Titor and John Trump, President Trump's MIT uncle, who had the Tesla documents? Thank you for watching the video. Please give a thumbs up if you like, give a thumbs down if you don't. Consider subscribing if you're new. Thank you very much.
Alchemist photo be so goddamn weird, boy. I was looking at that shit like, the fuck?
Years our country has tolerated unacceptable delays at the airport, long wait times at the tarmac, and a slowing of commerce and travel that costs us billions and billions of dollars.
Been a swallow out. What the hell?
They were proposing to take
what the hell?
American air travel into the future, finally. Long time.
Long time been waiting for this shit.
We're proposing reducing
That nigga head ain't even long enough. Why I'm saying head, that nigga have a long ass head. What the hell got shot when he got old or something? Y'all remember when he was young, his face would be narrow and just long as the fuck. I ain't gonna fuck with you, Trump. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. Go ahead, talk.
Efficiency and far fewer delays.
The clone.
Our plan will get you where you need to go more quickly, more reliably.
Asking now to put.
Yes.
Trump asking now
That
to
will
put.
long time. One time.
Israel put.
We will launch this air travel revolution by modernizing the outdated system of air traffic control. It's about time.
That motherfucker back there looking like Nancy Reagan in the face. Who the hell that motherfucker back there behind him? They slid Nancy behind this nigga.
That bitch Nancy like Nancy Reagan.
Sell. They about to sell, I believe, all they go. The Euro cash. Wow. They cashing in, bro. See, that kind of shit that you know they cashing in, bro.
Time when every passenger GPS
World War III.
traffic system. Still runs on radar and ground-based radio systems. Make it, can't even fix it. After billions and billions of tax dollars spent.
Billions of tax dollars spent on stem cells and goddamn NASA. Son of a bitch.
Broken, antiquated, horrible system.
What up, Zola call?
That doesn't work.
I gotta find this video. I know where it's at.
The previous administration spent over $7 billion trying to upgrade the system and totally failed. Honestly, you know what the hell they were doing. $7 billion plus.
Man, your head ain't long though, man. It ain't none of you, man.
At its core, a new plan will dramatically improve America's control system, turning it over to a self-financing non-profit.
Man, American dollar was never on. Well, it was worth something for a minute. We ain't American dollar been plummeted, bro. That was the whole thing about the goddamn the 434 in the Kanika case. That was the tie into the 434, the goddamn the little North American trilateral trade, U.S. Customs goddamn paperwork. See, niggas on goddamn. They keep playing they want to, bro.
If someone in this world were to have this power, would you want it to be? Well,
So that 434 came in at the U.S. Customs. U.S. Customs 434, the trilateral goddamn North American trade act between goddamn Canada and Mexico and the United States. Told them it was Queen Providence. The bringing that the euro. Goddamn, over the U.S. dollar ain't been shitting in a long time. We've been running off bankrupted long cash. We've been on our budget, bro.
Described an experiment he had just performed where, upon being struck by an electromagnetic charge, he was able to see into the past, present, and future simultaneously. He was trapped within this energy field and was only able to escape when an assistant shut off the current. Time travel wasn't purely speculative science he was trying to break ground on. Occasionally,
Look at that sign she coming to play.
Nikola Tesla died in his hotel.
All the comic books and shit with the death rays and all the motherfucking
American citizen. His effects were seized by the Office of Alien Property.
1856. That 9/11 too. Hold up. Hold up, bitch. Go back. You ain't get that like that. Hold up.
Tesla's papers.
9/11, just saying another 9/11. Now we look at what a niggas. Nigga the Christ,
He
nigga.
was trying to break ground on. Occasionally, he mentioned Roger T. Coleman and death threat. Nikola Tesla died in his hotel room in 1943. Although he was a
1943. That's a goddamn. You were born 1856. That's 9/11. You were born 9/11. Nigga better not be mythological, nigga. He born 9/11, then he died goddamn with a self now.
Oh yeah.
Nigga born 9/11.
American citizen. His effects were seized by the
9/11
Office of
now.
Alien Property, which assumed ownership of assets that could be used by enemies of the United States. Due to the complicated nature of Tesla's papers, an engineering expert was called in to inspect them. His name
John
G. Trump.
John G.
Donald Trump.
What up, Sharon Mo? That nigga John G.
Trump's report concluded that none of Tesla's design contained any invention that could be used against the United States by its enemies.
John
As far
G.
as official record goes, that was the end of that.
John
Trump's
G.
career continued. Donald Trump frequently implied that he inherited his uncle's brilliance, and perhaps someone else as well. On February 9, 2016, in an interview with NBC, he made a strange statement. I mean, there's good gene pool right there. I have to do what I have to do.
What? Yeah, you got to do though.
That he had to do.
Unc already put it in motion now.
Have to go back again to the late 1800s. Nikola Tesla was experimenting with time travel. At the same time, another Nikola was hard at work on something.
What the fuck that motherfucker was doing that goddamn the Tyson fight with a y'all don't seen that shit?
Popular title.
Y'all ever watching time travel videos? Y'all see the motherfucker this goddamn tight who fight they was at? How they had the motherfucker fight with a motherfucker how they recording that shit with a cell phone, they be popping up with a cell phone and the wrong guy. Man, this shit crazy. This some weird shit.
Baron Trump is a little boy who lives in a mansion called Castle Trump. Goes on a mission to Russia to locate a portal that will bring him to a new world.
Castle
It is
Trump.
guided by directions from a manuscript written by a man whose title
Oh, you got it by the script.
Even more compelling is the fact
Oh, you got it by the script. Okay, follow the
He
script.
looks up his own courage, but makes his way through his journey by screwing people over. While we don't know enough about the real Baron Trump to say if it sounds like him, it certainly sounds like his father. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. In 1896, Ingersoll Lockwood also
Yeah,
published
the
a
Tiger
pamphlet called
fight.
The
The car
Last
goddamn with a
President,
cell
which describes
phone.
the surprise election of a controversial candidate inspiring mobs to march up Fifth Avenue in Manhattan
Fifth
toward the
Ave.
Fifth Avenue Hotel. In 2017, you're all familiar with this exact scene. So what inspired Ingersoll Lockwood to write these stories which uncannily link to present events? It all hinges on the day that John G. Trump was called into
915, 105, and 6.
That day, John Trump discovers the plans for a time machine in Tesla's papers. He steals them because he can tell from looking at the design that it might be too powerful for responsible
Shit,
use.
ready to goddamn hotel on goddamn free energy from goddamn
Plans
Tesla.
to build it for himself, thinking it may allow him to accelerate his own research. In the time machine, he sees an apocalypse caused by Tesla's other fabled invention.
That's another thing to prove flat earth right there.
He can't send himself back because
What they call that shit right there, though? We did videos on that shit. I did a video on that shit with they shooting when I was doing the videos on the missiles in the goddamn periscope. The goddamn periscope. That proved flat earth too. And them goddamn they call them goddamn missiles shoot up on the wall and shit. All that shit proved flat earth, man. People want to tell you goddamn a ball of water, goddamn spinning around a motherfucking axis called Mundi. So they want to keep on hollering this Mundi shit like they got that was there at the beginning of creation, man. Nobody's trying to hear that shit, bro. You know, writing this shit that they going got everybody spooked the fuck out. You be so spooked out you had no other choice. That goddamn just call on God. Where you got it from? Hey, you got that God out that goddamn book that they got. You gonna get up? You gonna get off into the script? Man, shit, I ain't fucking with that shit. I ain't dressing out. Fuck that.
like Tesla's experiment in 1895 showed, someone else has to operate the machine and nobody else knows how. So he entrusts his nephew Donald Trump, who at the time is a clever young man.
Yeah, well, yeah, that video right there. You still see you that little periscope right there?
New York City in the 1890s.
It was down in the submarine.
Might be too powerful
Right
for responsible use in the hands of the government. However, he uses the plans to build it for himself, thinking it may allow him to accelerate his own research.
Right there. At that periscope, yeah, the submarine. You put that periscope up there in the submarine, got there looking out over goddamn water. Then how far they can see prove flat earth. Then I'm over somebody got there 100 square feet of water. 100 square feet of water and the shit around. All this shit proved flat earth, man. Then you over on this goddamn, man, we the conspiracy theorists. How these motherfuckers, we can catch they bullshit.
He sees an apocalypse caused by Tesla's other fabled invention, the death ray. He can't send himself back because, like Tesla's experiment in 1895 showed, someone else has to operate the machine and nobody else knows how. So he entrusts his nephew Donald Trump, who at the time is a clever young man, to do the traveling. John modifies the machine and sends Donald back to New York City in the 1890s to stop Tesla from inventing the death ray. In the time machine, Donald sees 3 different worlds simultaneously: the past, the present, and the future. In 1890s New York, Donald happens to meet Ingersoll Lockwood and, having seen the events surrounding his election, as well as the birth of his youngest son, brags about all of it. He is, however, unable.
Is that Lockwood knew you were going to be the president, boy?
Tesla. He returns to the present aware that the end of the world is coming, but ready to profit off the knowledge he gained. He lies to his uncle, tells him the job is done, and sets off on his road to the White House. But time travel is an imperfect science, and the journey caused Donald considerable
like you a lot of your
which
uncle.
is becoming more apparent day by day. When it comes time to name the son he knew he'd have, he spells it Barron with 2 R's. Now, as Donald Trump's condition deteriorates, the light he sees at the end of the tunnel is the blinding flash of life. He knows that total war is his story's inevitable conclusion. He's actually looking forward to it, as being the president is much less fun than he expected. His ongoing provocation of North Korea's Kim Jong-un is an intentional attempt to usher in the age of destruction that his uncle tried desperately to prevent. Or hey, maybe none of that happened. Everything might be the way it is for completely normal reasons.
Yeah, no, wink, wink. It's all normal. It's all normal. Shit, bro.
Was it that entertaining? Place your opinions in the comments.
Yeah. Throw in the flag, my nigga. Throw it in. Throw him in, Joe.
He told the president we needed the government. He resisted.
Well,
He
Nino,
said
right?
he'd keep the government closed for a very long period of time, months or even years. Major, Mr. President, Senator Schumer came out and said that the meeting...
Yeah, we heard him shit. We heard him shit. Is it true that you said this bullshit?
He also said, you said at the meeting, this is him quoting you, I just want to check, that the shutdown could go on for
He
months,
quoted you now. Did you say this shit? I said it, bitch. Throw it
Did you
up.
say that? And is that your... I did.
Throw.
Is that your understanding of where we are? Absolutely, I said that. I don't call it a shutdown. I call it doing
Trump.
what you have to do. President Trump said...
Look at that. Who the fuck talk like this, man?
You have to stay out for a very long period of time. We're going to do that.
They done got down fucked up, though. They got that shit. They got that reptilian gene all in our damn brain. Just chilling in or just digging at these bullshit.
They do it. But we can call a national emergency and build it very quickly. A national emergency would let the president tap Pentagon funds to begin wall construction without congressional approval.
The president also suggested he could build the wall without congressional approval by declaring a
Fuck
national
the Congress.
emergency.
The president also said if
Fuck the
Democrats in
Congress, do
Congress
that.
don't
Trump,
give
nigga.
$5.6 billion
Trump
for
card,
construction of a border wall, he can use emergency powers to divert
Obama was my little
Pentagon
fuck
funds for
boy.
that purpose.
Y'all ain't know.
Trump,
Trump, nigga.
because of the security of our country, absolutely. And we can do it. I haven't done it. I may do it. I may do it. Even as hundreds of thousands of federal workers fret about missing their
Shit, you'll never do it, bro.
Mr. Trump's
You'll never meet nobody.
secretaries, vice
And then them
presidents, and other
motherfuckers,
senior
boy,
administration officials are due to receive a roughly
talking about the
$10,000
Axis
raise starting
Monday.
tomorrow because of a quirk in the
The Axis. Man, that goddamn magnetic goddamn rock there with a magnetism at right there.
So is this a signal that the president will...
You mean tell me there's a pole to go all the way down through the wall and come out the other side of the water, upside down on the map? What the fuck? Come on, man.
They declare a national emergency.
They just flipped that bitch.
What's going to happen over the next few days?
Right, and on that point, everything the government is at...
Hold on, let me see something. Also, hold on, let me see. I got this shit up there. What I got up there? Stem cells. Adult stem cells. That's them the cadavers and all that shit. Cadavers. All that shit go to adult stem cells. Look how much money they put into that shit. How much money they put into that shit. These hoes in debt, but they regularly invest in NASA and stem cells on fake ass motherfucking go out of space shit. Bitch, fuck space, hoe. Bitch, fuck space. Nigga, we in debt, bitch. We gotta pay this shit up, man. Fuck you. You want to learn how to build a clone, nigga. You want to be regular goddamn getting stem cells and organs and shit. Man, they'll never get out of debt. One trying to get out of no debt. All this shit was game. What I'm looking for? I'm looking for that ball. I'm looking for that axis. That axis money. You mean to tell me a magnetic pole go down through all the earth water, which is formed the ball, and come down the bottom half of the southern the southern so-called hemisphere at the bottom of the ball? So how you give pictures of both of them? You get up under the motherfucker and take a picture of the. You get up under the water ball and take the picture of the South Pole. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ooh, boy. Man. Man, ooh, boy. Let me see. I still got this shit up in there. Let me see if I still got this shit up in. You gonna show us goddamn the north. You gonna show us the North Pole on. You gonna show us the picture of the South Pole. Look at this. Look at how they gonna work. Okay, this is the North Pole right here. That's the South Pole right there. So you mean to tell me, man, boy, ain't no southern hemisphere, man. The water is flat, bro.
What getting back right, Wade? Shohei Otani. I know you.
The magnetic, man, get the fuck out of here. Water. And so the goddamn all the islands. What the fuck is Africa, the continent of Africa? They said the continent of Africa is goddamn connected to the bottom of what? What's ground zero? What is ground level? What's my sea level? What the fuck is earth level? Ground level. The water is being contained by the ground. You mean to tell me a pole gonna run through all the water on a tilt with water spinning around like a motherfucker? And these motherfuckers got the capabilities to take pictures of the bottom of the water. They got to be taking pictures of the bottom of the water. Man, don't you realize they got to be taking a picture of the bottom of the water to goddamn get a picture of the South Pole? Why they throw Antarctica up there? Dude came in my comment today. I'm like, man, you niggas, I appreciate you coming, bro, but you all beat, bro. You ain't understand what we saying. You on some more shit over here. You on some more shit over here. This the axis, boom. Then they want to get it too. So this the goal. This all this water, and these islands just floating on the water. We just floating on the water, except for Africa. They're supposed to be deeply rooted by the tectonic plates and all this old education we got. This goddamn magnetic pole gonna be able to be seen from up top, right here on this tilt. And then you're gonna take the same photo and show us the bottom of the motherfucking globe from the southern hemisphere aspect. Who taking these pictures? You can't take a picture of the globe. But we know one thing, you can take a picture of the top of that goddamn water because it's flat than a motherfucker. God damn. This shit, boy, I mean, boy.
I be watching the numbers. I'm over here watching the game. I be hating to miss a second.
This shit is crazy, boy. So if it is a magnetic pole, no, if the pole is magnetic at the goddamn pole, don't you know that mean they got to travel all? You know how deep the ocean is. They got to go all the way down to all them ocean layers and all the ocean floors. Because once you get to one ocean bottom floor, you know you got there gonna find another little crease. All you got to do is look for the little bubbles there. Go on down some more. So you got to go all the way through that shit to the bottom. Then when you bust through the bottom of that bitch, you going to be in space. And the only thing going to hold you on is the gravity. Hold you on to the wall. You done goddamn came out on the side of the goddamn globe. You done bust out that bitch on the side some goddamn well. Man, the bowl is the Lord. If you go look up the southern, if you go look up and you go look up Metanetta, when they show you a half a bowl, that's Lord, and they'll put the little baby Jesus inside of that little half a bowl. The southern hemisphere is Lord too. It's lucid. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit, man. These whole playing dangerous. These whole playing a real. These whole playing a real. These whole playing, boy. Playing with an intelligence like a motherfucker. Playing with an intelligence like a motherfucker. Axis Mundi. I recognized as soon as I seen that Mundi, I knew there was that Anno Mundi. As soon as I seen it. What the fuck is that? Axis Mundi. So this is what creation goddamn could connect all the way through. This little mythological bullshit. Now they want to hide their land. This is where they get their little gods from. When they come over there and get there, we want to leave Jesus alone. come over here to the North Pole and jump on your fantasy and put a goddamn wing in my back. Fed ain't gonna do it. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Fed ain't finna do it. We're gonna get back to the video. Fed ain't finna do it. Y'all can do it. I can see it. I can just stick with my goddamn jeans, just paint them black. I just paint my jeans black. I go on back to goddamn shit. Fuck all that. That shit crazy. When they talking all that mystic shit, I ain't want to hear that bullshit. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't bullshit.
Tax refund. What will a delayed returns mean for the greater economy without that money in circulation?
Yeah, I mean, it's $140 billion if ever. It's with a B, okay? Right. And that's a tremendous amount of money. That could single-handedly, push the country towards a recession.
Water seeks to be contained. When water running, what do you think the water running for? That motherfucker running like a motherfucker. It's running to seek containment. And once it finds containment, it's going to flatten out. They want to keep on telling a nigga water and balled up cause some shit pulling from an ocean and all this bullshit, man. Ain't no fucking South Pole. Ain't no Santa Claus, nigga. Ain't no candy cane, nigga. You same damn Vikings writing this shit.
This money will not be put into circulation, this $140 billion, then you're pushing it really close to a possible recession scenario. Recession means that essentially that the government does not grow.
And these motherfuckers go to school and become educated on this bullshit and then want to come. Man, I can't believe it.
Things begin to snowball, so people get their tax refunds, they stop buying things, the companies get hit.
I'm trying to understand if global warming, if you look at global warming, that's that goddamn Chosen King globe shit, burn up the globe shit. I don't understand what's the scare of global warming. They said the sea levels is gonna rise so motherfucking what? So what? We on a ball of water, nigga. Gone to some higher land, nigga. How does it scale? If we living on a ball, that's just gonna make our ball just that much bigger. They ain't gonna goddamn take us. They ain't gonna take us out of the goddamn. First we was geocentric. Everything was alright. Then they want to put the sun in the middle of the universe and make us be the third rock from the sun. Y'all remember that movie? Y'all remember that TV show, Third Rock? Third rock from the sun. We supposed to be the third goddamn planet from the sun and all this old shit, man. Hell no, ain't no Santa Claus, man. No South Pole. And then see, once you figure out ain't no Santa Claus, you just supposed to forget about the pole and just forget about all this shit. No, you trying to find out what y'all hiding over there. Y'all hiding out y'all beautiful kingdoms and shit. You see how goddamn St. Martin's Island look, Oceana. Every time I see some Australian, every time I see some goddamn water in the southern hemisphere, man, it's beautiful as fuck. I'm talking about aqua green, aqua goddamn. I'm talking about beautiful water. I'm talking about beautiful water. Every time I see that shit, every time I see some goddamn water from down under Australia, all that shit. Water beautiful and flat. I'm talking about beautiful. Now I goddamn go here and find. Now I go here and find and get off in the middle of the North Pole. Now they want to take me into some more goddamn mythological shit. And the black sun and it came out and there was this beautiful goddess. All this shit. Everybody trying to hear all this shit. Man, who over here in power sit these niggas out here to come on and take over this shit? Y'all niggas head off in here. You niggas trying to figure out where to drop the bomb at. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, ain't that bad. You try to see how to blow that shit out the map. They probably got it when you came, goddamn located on the map. They done changed all the maps and everything just to hide their shit.
Okay.
They got the Vatican out there and goddamn the United Kingdom from Front Street. Where they were getting all that power from, all that money from. They was already powerful.
For the sake of the video, I'm gonna say it though. Marco hooked it up. That's how I caught Marco. That's how I know that nigga had been in that hotel. He said that shit. That's why I found it. I said, man, I ain't heard this shit somewhere before. He sent Sherry that goddamn shit and got that nigga. That's why I thought called nigga this way or that way. He hooked up. He was sending her that information from up there. That's why she had that made. He was feeding that script to her, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you what's going on.
Powerful. Before they robbed out all the lands. Motherfucker coming from that Arctic, man. Right around that magnetic, this shit, all the technology and shit was coming from.
I don't know where at first I had thought that was Toyota. I
Yeah, that's what they had. And then they want to make that shit look good though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, when you connect them dots, you're gonna get goddamn 2% true and a whole lot of more bullshit. That's why when I got there, we connected my little dots there, me, myself, personally, when I connect my little dots there, I already be got that head to the dot because I already had some on my mind. Now, let me go ahead and find this. And let me go within reality. Let me go find this. I'm staying in reality. Let me go find this. I ain't trying to go find that shit and get gulped up into the other 9% of that bullshit. Yeah, I might well could have stayed with my Jesus. I could have stayed with my little Jesus down. I'm out of shit. Before I do that, nigga, I write a whole nother goddamn I write a whole nother religion called goddamn Nika Valiance, nigga. Nigga will be the Christ. Nigga, I write my own religion. Nigga, all these motherfuckers came into the Kanika community. Nigga, I can start my own goddamn cult, nigga. Fuck that shit. Shit, in the beginning, Kanika Larissa Jenkins' spirit hovered over the waters of Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah.
And in the midst of the first day, it was the first hurricane coming. And then in the midst of that, we had an eclipse. And then, well, bam, I write my own motherfucking religion. Nigga, we'll be the motherfucking Kanikas. Nigga, don't give a fuck. Nigga, we'll be the Kanikaites, nigga. Shit, they do the shit. My wife said, nigga, come there, nigga try to holler me back. Yeah, motherfucking nigga the Christ, nigga. Shit, I learned a whole lot of shit fucking with nigga. Learned more fucking with her now. Man, fuck that bullshit. I ain't on that bullshit, man. Don't take me into no goddamn fairy tale. I can play fairy tale now with my grandkids. We can have tea parties and shit and be mystical and drink imaginary tea and go outside and eat mud pies. We can do all that shit our goddamn self. You know, nobody what the fuck will be a figment of another nigga imagination for a nigga. You can know, man. Fuck all that, man. Keep that shit a band. You don't want to talk to me about no bando shit, man. I don't got time for it. Nigga around her down there 100 years old. Nigga got time to be playing with these folks, man. Hell no, I'm trying to leave my children some. If I can't leave them never some goddamn truth, I'm trying to leave my children some goddamn truth. Real shit. Yeah, my children walking around goddamn dumb. Anybody can make a fool out of them and shit. Fuck all that shit. Don't fall for none of the dumb shit. My grandchildren neither don't fall for none of that shit. I got no time trying to fight to get my goddamn own family with all these lies. I ain't got time to be goddamn come in the world and battle these lies against other motherfuckers. You gotta put that shit in your hip pocket.
Promising supporters that Mexico is going to pay for the wall and the wall was going to be made of concrete. You just said earlier that the wall could be made of steel, and right now our government is shut down over a demand from your administration that the American taxpayer pay for the wall. So how can you say you're not failing on that promise to your supporters?
Very nice question, so beautifully asked, even though I just answered it. But let me just say, excuse me.
Hold on. You don't tell the president he didn't answer. Shut the fuck up. Get that ass, Trump.
It's gonna be a good
We
ass
will take
video.
in
I can't wait to
billions and billions, if not far more than the cost of the wall. The wall is peanuts compared to what the value of this radio is in the United States.
So I just answered that shit. You ain't catching the dot. You gotta catch the whoopie.
I'm going to build the concrete, so I'm going to build the wall. Just so you know, because I know you're not into the construction business.
That's how I'm gonna build a wall. Fuck a concrete wall. I'm building steel. Shut your big beat nose ass up. Get that ass, Trump.
Steel is stronger than concrete. President Trump is refusing to end the shutdown until he gets $5 billion.
Trump said, bitch, he ain't catch the whoopie. I just told you I gonna build a wall. I ain't tell you I gonna build out of sand, concrete, goddamn steel. I ain't tell you shit. Shut the fuck up.
It was also about all the unpaid federal workers who are struggling to pay their bills, and Trump responded saying that he quotes can relate. That makes sense. Trump raises regular working class family man.
Trump,
So many programs affected by the shutdown. Turns out the government does a lot of things. Who knew? Including food stamps, subsidized school lunches, the EPA, the USDA, and the Smithsonian and National Zoo. And you can tell they're upset about it if you look at the National Zoo's panda cam.
White House Press Secretary
I know that real, Keith.
Sanders tweeted today that President Trump will travel to the southern border on Thursday, and what do you know? Mexico finally started building that wall.
As the partial government shutdown
Sit
enters.
the hell up, man. Sit your ass up. And go on. I don't even feel like going through all that shit I Googled today, man.
Everybody go to work.
Crazy.
Everybody just stay home.
Kick
Don't go
in,
to
we
work
got
and shit
kick
this
in.
shit down. I don't know we real about this shit. Bitch, get up off our shit, man. Fuck us over, man. Overthrow this shit.
This is a good video, right? We head on into the play. Y'all see how goddamn Trump uncle had got Tesla goddamn, well, y'all already know. What is it? How many goddamn country jumping way over there?
I got that going to motherfucking live. I go strolling the day. If it look like you can fuck with it, I'm still you try to tell them shit I was saying 10 years ago. You got a whole classroom set.
Hey everybody, what's happening up in this piece? ODD TV is in the building.
Let's connect these
So let's talk a
motherfuckers.
little more about this Buzz Aldrin clip where he suddenly admitted that we didn't go to the moon. I've been getting a lot of comments on my last upload of that very clip. People say,
Illuminati, nigga, we ain't playing with y'all hoes. Uncle Illuminati head boss.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Welcome back to Fashion's Factions. Also coming at ya. I'm Amara.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
I'm Shirley's. Today we got some mad unboxing, a Fashion Challenge, and some serious Closet Confidential.
people say he was only talking about how we didn't go back to the moon. Let's run the clip.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not.
What up, Robert? What's up, man? I'm gonna do that. What's going on, Robert? What time it is, man? You still up? Yeah. I said, boom. On the bed said swag. My main man, Robert, though. Swag.
I want to know, but I think I know. Because we did.
Tell him I said, Bill.
And that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know. Run the
I
clip.
gotta wipe my language for the rest of the night. Swag.
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think
That's what Robert need to do when he run down on one of them. Why come we haven't never been back to the moon yet, man?
And that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Because we did go there, and that's the way it happened. To me, Buzz is flat out saying that we didn't go. Buzz, why haven't we gone back to the moon? We did.
Hey, that was up. That was up.
We did.
Tell him I said, keep it flat. Keep it flat, Robert.
Now, this isn't just some sudden realization. This isn't the evidence. Though I'm glad that Buzz came clean, there is much more information available to show us that outer space is not what we are led to believe. Let's go over a timeline that I made.
Here we go.
I
Look
tried
about
to
the
keep it as
timeline,
simple
y'all.
as possible. Alright, so in 1915, NACA was founded, the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics. NACA was established by the federal government, and their mission statement was, it shall be the duty of the Advisory Committee for Aeronautics to supervise and direct the scientific study of the problems of flight with a view to their practical solution. In 1923, Disney was founded. Walt Disney, of course, grew up in the Demolay, a young boy's version of masonry.
Illuminati Association.
In 1936, JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, was founded, in part by Jack Parsons, an avid follower of Aleister Crowley and a member of his fraternal organization, the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. Jack Parsons also hung out with L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of the Church of Scientology, which holds sci-fi-like religious beliefs, including the belief of a galactic dictator named Xenu. Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard both practiced black magic and participated.
Asian place of Flat Society here now. That's why real Flat don't
In
make it a Flat
1954,
Society.
Walt Disney and the father of rocket
He just
technology
asked why
in the
did they
United
make Pluto
States,
a dwarf
Werner
planet?
von Braun,
See, now they went into
and make three
Pluto
films
cross.
about
Pluto,
space
what it is?
exploration.
Pluto crash. What it
One
is?
was called Man in Space.
Pluto crash. They went into Pluto crash, and I just said import Pluto. I mean, forget Pluto.
Here to introduce you to this new
That's a
series
good
is
question, man.
In our modern world,
That's crazy, man. That's beautiful, Keith. That's crazy. I can't tell you, Robert. I don't even know, man.
It as simple as possible.
Yeah, you hit me with a body blow that time, bro.
NACA was founded, the National Advisory Committee for
Robert just hit me
Aeronautics.
with a body blow.
NACA was established by the federal
John
government.
Q, why they turn Pluto into a dwarf
It shall
planet,
be the
man?
duty of the advisory
They said
committee
because
for
they have all the
aeronautics
chemicals,
to
all
supervise
the
and
elements to make up
direct
enough
the
elements to make up
scientific study
enough
of the problems of
to be
flight
strong enough to
with a
be
view to their
considered a
practical
planet or
solution.
something like that.
In 1923, Disney was
Body
founded.
blow, EE.
Walt Disney, of course, grew up in the Demolay, a young boy's version of masonry.
Alumni Association.
Continuing on,
Alumni
in
Association.
1936,
Alumni.
JPL, the
Alumni.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory, was founded, in part by Jack Parsons, an avid follower of Aleister Crowley and a member of his fraternal organization, the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. Jack Parsons also hung out with L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of the Church of Scientology, which holds sci-fi-like religious beliefs, including the belief of a galactic dictator named Xenu.
They say science and science fiction the same thing.
Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard both practiced black magic and participated in sex magic rituals together. In 1954, Walt Disney and the father of rocket technology in the United States, Werner von Braun, meet and make three films about space exploration. One was called Man in Space.
here to introduce you to this new series is Walt Disney. In our modern world, everywhere
They said the gravitational pull come from the
science has on our daily lives.
from the moon, I think. They feel
Discoveries
the
that
line
were
of certain
miracles a few
gravity.
short years ago are accepted as commonplace today. Many of the things that seem impossible now will become possible tomorrow.
Just a couple years later, in
They killed with all them amusement parks and all that shit. It's just for the
NASA,
kids.
and the space program begins with projects like Mercury and Gemini.
This what they do, gonna turn his head. Watch this. What they do, watch. Watch, in the spacesuit, watch this. Oh! Hold on, I want to try to see
In
something else. Hold on.
1966, filmmaker Stanley Kubrick meets with Neptune.
I want to try to see something. I want to try to see when the news people said, yeah, hold on, let's watch this for me. I want to see the rest of it. Hold on.
Free with no end in sight. We're getting a picture of how the
Is this
fight in
it?
Washington could affect people across the rest of the country. If Congress and the White House can't come to a deal to fund a quarter of the government by February, millions of Americans who receive benefits from the country's food stamp program, SNAP, risk having their assistance cut
It
off.
might be on another video I'll watch.
To send home 90% of its employees ahead of its busiest season. That could delay tax refunds.
In the U.S. Capitol, it's do not enter.
Hey, it was news lady said, and now we're gonna go right on over into it and show you. It probably went to some space shit, and the dude walking around with their regular clothes on, mess on one of the modulators. They go be fixing for the space program. They walk around in their regular mechanic clothes on and shit. She was like, "Oh, that can't be." Yeah, no, I hope it's on this video.
As well as Arthur C. Clarke. Pretty damning photograph.
My bad,
3 years before the first moon landing, Kubrick just happens to be running with NASA.
All right, I don't stop it no more.
NASA and the space program begins with projects like Mercury and Gemini. In 1966, filmmaker Stanley Kubrick meets with NASA employees as well as Arthur C. Clarke. Pretty damning close. 3 years before the first moon landing, Kubrick just happens to be running with NASA and a well-known author of science fiction books, who also predicted satellites in 1945. Arthur C. Clarke's work includes Childhood's End, which was made into a 3-part series on subjects. Filmmaker Stanley Kubrick meets with NASA employees as well as Arthur C. Clarke.
Don't want shit on, you know that number,
Kubrick right there. But look at this motherfucker right here. Mueller.
I don't give a fuck about my shit.
First moon landing, Kubrick just happens to be running with NASA and a well-known author of science fiction books, who also predicted satellites in 1945. Arthur C. Clarke's work includes Childhood's End, which was made into a 3-part series on Sci-Fi Channel in 2015. Very interesting series with so-called aliens.
You got a small young man on your hand right there.
Come to usher in the new golden age for humanity.
There is no need to be afraid.
In 1968, Arthur C. Clarke wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was developed concurrently with Stanley Kubrick's film version. Fun fact, between 1968
how can you pull away from the gravitational pull?
And 2001,
and all of us got magnetism now, brother. Why we not leaning toward each other? Look, 33.
The Twin Towers began construction in 1968, and they were knocked down in 2001, exactly 33 years later.
Yep.
Anyway, this not only served as practice for Stanley Kubrick, as he was given pointers on how space should be portrayed by Arthur C. Clarke, but this was also mental conditioning for the masses.
That's beautiful, man.
2001: A Space Odyssey was the #1 movie in the box office in 1968. And 1 year later, in 1969, Apollo 11 claims to land men on the moon for the first time.
I cash in. That'd be my paycheck. And I'm asking a question like that, my paycheck. Real, for real. Real talk.
President Richard Nixon called Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin from the White House to congratulate them.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
Look at this, y'all. Look.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And
Y'all see this shit? Man, tell me y'all don't see this shit. This nigga Nixon called them niggas on the moon, nigga. And our folks went for it. Nixon called these niggas on the moon. Hey, what happened? Man, we up on the moon. Our president, thank you for calling. And we gonna hold it down. Yeah, I got me a broad on the crater. I'm finna see, can I get me some moon rock? Hell no, look at this
President
shit.
Richard Nixon called Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin from the White House to congratulate them.
Hell no.
go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out. Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made in the White House. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor.
No call, no delay.
Meanwhile, I can't get cell phone service in the mountain.
Hold up, man. I gotta let that marinate. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Buddha, Christian, Allah, Pharaoh, Boss. Oh, Pharaoh, Boss, get bionic for him. Oh, Cars, Collie. Man, you see that nigga just. Man, you see this man just called on the. Oh God, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Krishna, and then making me call him God. Oh my God, man. This nigga just called them niggas on the moon, boy. I gotta play it again, E. I gotta play it again, E. It's crazy, bro.
Go ahead, Mr. President, for the news now.
Men on the moon for the first time.
I'm sorry, E. I gotta play it again.
President Richard Nixon
This shit
called
make my
Neil
stomach feel
Armstrong
like
and
it
Buzz
just,
Aldrin
oh,
from
it
the
just do
White House
something
to
to me, man.
congratulate them.
Go ahead, Mr. President, for
It's
the news
Houston.
now.
It's Houston.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone
Neil
from
and
the
Buzz,
Oval
bro.
Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here.
Meanwhile, I can't get cell phone service in the mountains here in Colorado.
Hell no, we. Hell no, that shit crazy. Play power, man. Play motherfucking power.
Later on in the same year, Apollo 12 lands men on the moon for the second time. Then in 1971, both Apollo 14 and 15 successfully land men on the moon. In 1972, both Apollo 16 and 17 also successfully land men on the moon. So that's 6 successful moon landings between 1969 and 1972. And it just suddenly stops there. In 1981, Masonic Television, aka MTV, begins, starting right off with
Masonic
usage of Apollo footage
MTV.
and continuing to use the Apollo program as their theme to further condition the masses on a wide scale, especially the younger generation. Make the Apollo missions cool and hip. Apollo missions, they're a hip thing to do. If MTV wasn't ran out of a Masonic temple, it wouldn't be such a dead giveaway, but they do.
They try to disguise it.
It so happens that many NASA astronauts and employees are Freemasons.
Mason TV.
Now it's 2018 and nothing has happened since 1972. It's been just over 45 years, and that's a lot of time to be stagnant after 6 back-to-back moon landings. Get this, not only did NASA lose the telemetry data from
they can't go back because they said they lost the technology.
NASA now claims that they lost the technology that got them to the moon in the first place.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
And they never did.
But we destroyed that technology.
Radiation built a tear ass up.
It's a painful process to build it back again.
They can't survive inside of vacuum. They got to go into those pressurized vacuum suits. They can't survive in those goddamn.
Fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
And
we have no time to talk about human
beings leaving low Earth orbit.
But I have a hunch as to why we can't leave low Earth orbit. Yeah, so they have conceived this idea of a layer of radiation that acts as an impenetrable barrier. It's called the Van Allen radiation belt, and it's code for the firmament. Another thing is that this radiation belt was present for the
technology is supposed to advance, not decrease.
To make it through?
Exactly.
Let's ask Apollo astronaut Alan Bean.
Any ill effects from the Van Allen radiation belt?
Look at this fool.
No, I'm not sure we went far enough out to encounter the Van Allen radiation belt. Maybe we did.
Beginning at an altitude of 1,000 miles and extending an additional 25,000 miles, lay lethal bands of radiation called the Van Allen radiation belts. Every space mission in history with humans on board, from both the United States and Soviet Union, from the first in 1961 to the present, has been well below this deadly radiation field. Mercury, Gemini, Soyuz, Skylab, the Space Shuttle, all maintained altitudes well below 1,000 miles. All except Apollo.
I don't know the distance to the Van Allen radiation belt, and if we did, it wasn't a problem. If we were going to encounter it, then we would have had to build a spacecraft and a spacesuit to not get
endure.
a problem.
To endure, nigga, you don't know the word?
Something, hope it works. study to see what the threats are, the environment is, and then you say, how thick do I have to make the metal on the spacecraft so that going through this kind of radiation or these kind of meteoroids,
and go over Star Trek talk.
So we built it that way.
The belts are 1,000 miles to 25,000 miles above the Earth.
Then we went right out through them.
No one's fixing yourselves.
Didn't even know it. I don't think anybody, well, maybe somebody said you went through the radiation belt, but we didn't feel it inside, and we didn't get any,
Man, this shit is ridiculous, man.
So you see, Team Apollo didn't know about this deadly radiation belt that would have killed them.
Oh, my
so they weren't
God. Hey, man, I love
affected.
y'all, man. I got it.
Another interesting aspect of space travel is that it's not possible because thrust and combustion are not viable in a vacuum. Let's review a couple of experiments in a vacuum chamber that prove what I am talking about. First experiment, thrust in a vacuum.
I'm about to try to get me an interview with Kanye West, man.
Fan on.
I'll try to get me an interview with Kanye West. Me and Kanye gonna talk about this shit. They lied to us, Kanye. Anybody friend with Kanye, tell him I need to get an interview with him while we on Fed, man.
Let's turn on this fan. And place your
What
bets as to what's going to happen to this feather.
Nothing.
Now the fan's only going to produce maybe 10 miles per hour worth of wind.
Nothing.
On the surface of Mars, the fastest recorded wind speed is about 70 miles an hour. But let's say the superstorm in the Martian had wind speeds of 200 miles an hour, 20 times what we have here. To compensate for that, I imagine the feather is about 20 times easier to push over than a spaceship. So, let's see what happens.
Nothing.
Fans on.
I know you would.
And the feather's not moving. Actually, zoom in on that.
You know. I thought it was so catastrophic and, I thought it was, shit, it's not moving.
Thrust does not work in a vacuum, and thrust would be needed to traverse outer space.
So how?
Second experiment, combustion.
So that means if a rocket was to get out of space with no compressor, how would it turn around and make its way back? How would it turn around and make its way back from the moon with no thrust? Y'all need to play astronauts, both thrust, turn around, shoot. How you gonna make it back with no thrust? You gotta have some thrust to push out to even head back toward Earth. Man, stop lying to these kids. Y'all done lied us long enough. Tell y'all, man. Shout out to my main man, Robert, man. Salute to you, man. Keep asking questions. That's supposed to do, man. You don't know ask. That was up.
This is a mixture of sugar, potassium nitrate, and iron oxide. This is used in amateur rockets because the ingredients are readily available and the amount of thrust it produces is quite high. So let's light this on fire and see how it does. So this is in Earth atmosphere.
Exploded. Rocket in.
It burns
rocket fuel.
rather rapidly, producing a little bit of thrust even, as you can see towards the end. It moved it around. So now let's try it inside of a vacuum.
Let's try inside a vacuum now. See what happens inside the vacuum now.
No ignition. That's interesting. Combustion does not work in a vacuum. This is a very big deal. Space travel falls on its face and breaks it, then dies with these two vacuum chamber experiments. Thanks, Cody's lab. Outer space is an occultist dream. In the same way that Jack Parsons was obsessed with magic, so too was Walt Disney. You can see it throughout his work with the likes of Fantasia, and you can still see it to this day with how they advertise for Disney. With Disney innovation and magic behind them.
Magic.
Disney DVDs are breathtaking.
Mystical magic.
Interactive.
I'm the Disney.
A world filled with
all this
magical
bullshit.
entertainment awaits you. The magic is at your fingertips.
666.
Disney DVD. Pure digital magic.
Pure digital magic.
Welcome to a whole new world of Disney magic. Pure digital magic.
666.
The magic of Disney this. The magic of Disney that. The Magic Kingdom. They even have a Disney cruise ship called Magic. And just like Jack Parsons, Walt Disney was fascinated by rockets.
Okay. That was up. I better be prepared,
which in the
boy.
occult circles are
I gotta have doorbell. I might have doorbell over there.
erected all over the earth plane, and they symbolize domination, power, and political authority.
That phallus worship.
The word obelisk translates to ball's shaft. Ball as in the god or lord. Therefore, an obelisk is a penis. Speaking of penises, in the movie Toy Story, Woody and Buzz come into contact with references to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Look at the flow. Look at the flow.
You can see it here on the carpet. It's the same carpet from The Shining.
Look at the flow, John Q.
And they did this on purpose. There's a reference to room 237 when Woody is using the computer.
Apollo 11.
Another one on the garbage truck license plate.
It say 237. Y'all can't see it, but it say 237.
And another on the cameras in the daycare center.
Overlook.
This one even says Overlook, the hotel that The Shining took place in. The Shining was Stanley Kubrick's way of saying that he filmed the moon landings. In the movie, there are references to Tang, the drink that the astronauts took to the moon. He getting us clues and codes, man. The same way Shakespeare put his name in Psalms 46. King James ain't want his name on the Bible, so Shakespeare coded his name up in there. This dude is throwing shots. He throwing all kind of shots, letting us know that he produced the moon landing. This man always throwing shots to let us know he produced the moon landing.
Astronaut to the moon.
Little Danny wearing an Apollo 11 sweater and heading for room 237. Another funny thing about Toy Story is that Tom Hanks plays Woody, and the year it came out is the same year that Apollo 13 came out, with Tom Hanks as the lead. And Tom Hanks also was the executive producer, meaning that he was the main producer behind a project for a 1998 miniseries called From the Earth to the Moon. It's pretty clear that Disney and NASA are connected.
I can't believe you were actually in space. It's true. I was the first space ranger to visit the International Space Station. Mira Coop Mazzarino. Let me show you. It was a fantastic program between NASA and Disney to set Buzz up and did a tremendous education program, for children all over the world.
Education program.
So when you're looking at this timeline, this is the timeline of deception. The space programs of the world, pretending like outer space is a real thing. And you can add in 1928, Richard Heyberg started exploring Antarctica. And he explored it for years and years and years. And in 1956 was his last expedition to Antarctica. So we can add those two things to the timeline. And just 3 years after Richard Byrd's last expedition to Antarctica, the Antarctic Treaty was established in 1959, just 1 year after NASA was founded. So when you really look at this and pay attention to all this stuff as a whole, you can see that we're being lied to. It seems that they have found the limitations for how far we can travel on this Earth plane and how high we can go in the sky. But don't just take my word for it. I want you to research this. Whether you believe
the South Pole is actually the North Pole. They had no
motherfucker. It's very clear that something is going on with the establishment of the Antarctic Treaty right around the time NASA was founded.
I ain't see it. Anybody else seen it?
All there. Just do your own
golden
research.
I ain't see it.
Anyway, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm gone.
Trouble in space this morning as the International Space Crew attempted a spacewalk outside the station. Here's a live look at the astronauts.
Yeah, look at it. Look at it.
I don't believe that's
Where's your space station? My question is, consider your career and your writing and your acting. You inspired so many
okay, though.
enter the sciences. Science.
Right around the time NASA was founded to gatekeep space. It's all there. Just do your own research. Anyway, that's all I have for this one.
Hey,
Thanks for watching.
Right here?
I'm gone.
This shit's so funny right
Trouble in
here.
space this morning as the International Space Crew attempted a
through your career and your writing.
Oh, the time was it? I ain't see
So
it.
many people to enter the sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
The
One thing
same
I
country.
really want your generation
The
to
same
embrace
nation.
is that the Earth is a
Hold up.
closed
I'm sorry, hold up. That is the same thing. He said
My question is,
science fiction, the same thing.
your career and your writing and your acting, you've inspired so many people to enter the sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same. One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
It is Photoshop, but it
has to be. Yeah. Hey, don't you want to be on the moon, nigga?
Armstrong. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV. Oh, there's a tape delay and all the solar winds.
Guys, none of the pictures.
It's an old federal textbook. We've replaced them with the corrected versions.
Correct.
Explaining how the Apollo missions were fake.
Folks, it's an honor for me to be working in the studio. This is the very sound stage where we faked the moon landing. And the JFK assassination. No, I'm sorry. This is where we planned the JFK assassination.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Because we did go there, and that's the way it happened.
Thanks for tuning in to ODD TV. Please be sure to like and share this video.
Because we didn't go there. It's crazy. What else I got over here, man? I'll get rid of some of this shit. We already probably shit we already went over yesterday. Yup. Shit crazy. Gotta go get some water, man. Yep, help me out. It is. Yeah. Oh, that's Play-Doh. That's Play-Doh. Yeah, we did that. Hyperborean. Man, I want to impress with them Hyperborean videos. I ain't impressed with that shit. They trying to turn me back out into goddamn this shit. I could just went on around with my own damn. Hell no, I can't run with this shit. Hell no, I ain't finna have no belief in none of that. Who is this? I need to just get rid of all that shit up there. We're gonna see. We're gonna go see what I can find over here. I like OD. Hey, I like ODD. That's my boy, man. I love that dude. I don't even know what one we were just watching. Oh yeah, Disney. Yeah, that's the one I was just watching. I'm stalking it. See. Let's see. Good, John. Let's see what this talking about.
That sounds great. That's great. Great job, guys. No, I just been a finance for.
ODD TV.
Hey, everybody. ODD.
Oh, them cartoons be on the money.
I wanted to.
Guess why them cheering be knowing more than we do?
I've been researching the idea that Alex Jones
be knowing more than we do.
And I got to admit that at first I thought it was completely silly and I didn't want to go there. But
I watched a fellow Truth Seekers video called Alex Jones's Bill Hicks 15 Proofs. It's by Taboo Conspiracy. Big shout out to him. So anyway, this video will probably receive quite a bit of hate because
Simpson did so much
there's a coordinated attack on this
Donald Trump
information.
was a damn shame.
At least that's what I believe, and that's what it appears.
He had the same clothes on, same little escalator scene, all that shit.
Brainwashed by InfoWars, and they think it's a legit source for truth. And see, people who love Bill Hicks think that he would never do anything like this because he was a loose cannon. Luckily, I've never been here for the likes, so I don't really care. Anyway, some say that even if Alex Jones is Bill Hicks, it doesn't matter. I say, if Bill Hicks was recruited to assume the character of Alex Jones as the leading controlled opposition to the mainstream media, then I think that's a big deal. And let me say this.
Hold on. Boy, that nigga ODD, a fuck nigga. And I fuck nigga like that. That boy OD. Ooh, what the fuck? Doe, what, man, Doe? Bring your ass back, bro. He just said something about the Flat Earth Society. NASA has a Flat Earth Society. Yeah, control opposition. They put shields up. They put shields up. They got it. That's why real Flat Earthers don't fuck with Flat Earth Society, because they not real. They just here to make us look stupid. They got shields up. This here, y'all see this? Man, what ODD got going on here, boy? Boy, ODD don't play, boy.
What's good?
Look at
I wanted
this.
to dive into this Alex Jones-Bill Hicks debate. I've been researching the idea that Alex Jones might be Bill Hicks, and I got to admit that at first, I thought it was completely silly, and I didn't want to go there. But I watched a fellow Truth Seekers video called Alex Jones's Bill Hicks 15 Proofs. It's by Taboo Conspiracy. Big shout out to him. So anyway, this video will probably receive quite a bit of hate because A, there's a coordinated attack on this information. At least that's what I believe, and that's what it appears.
Man.
B, there are tons of people brainwashed by InfoWars, and they think it's a legit source for truth. And C, people who love Bill Hicks think that he would never do anything like this because he was a loose cannon. Luckily, I've never been here for the likes, so I don't really care. Anyway, some say that even if Alex Jones is Bill Hicks, it doesn't matter. I say, if Bill Hicks was recruited to assume the character of Alex Jones as the leading controlled opposition to the mainstream media, then I think that's a big deal. And let me say this, Bill Hicks, for what he was and what his work consisted of, I absolutely love him. He was a total badass, and I have all of his work, and I watch it every once in a while.
We have figured it out. Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here's American gladiators. Watch this. Shut up. Go back to bed, America. Here is American gladiators. Here is 56 channels of it. Watch these pituitary retards bang their fucking skulls together and congratulate you on living in the land of freedom. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
I don't want to disrespect the man if he is dead, but I genuinely don't think so, and here's why. First off, they look identical. When comparing pictures of the two, you'd have to be blind not to see the similarities.
God, Jesus Christ, Krishna, Buddha, clone, who the fuck?
I know we all have doppelgangers, but these guys both grew up in the state of Texas and have the same teeth, which is damn near an impossibility, especially when considering all of the other things they have in common.
I can't take these motherfuckers no more. can't take this shit no more.
They share the same best friend and production partner, Kevin Booth.
This a nigga bitch knew somebody got down his boy.
Kevin Booth discussing a little bit about growing up with Bill Hicks as his best friend.
I remember I used to buy Totino's frozen pizza every single night and like a half a gallon of Bluebell ice cream and go over to Bill's house. And that's what we would do. Watch soap, pizza, ice cream, and just listen to albums and watch the show Soap.
Now here's a clip of AJ accidentally slipping up on a show where Kevin Booth was the guest.
I'm just giving medical facts here on air, buddy. All right, let's reset. Go to break. Me and Kevin are old friends. This is not good here on air. Me and Kevin are old friends. This is not good here on air. A little bit of co-host humor here straight ahead. I'm Bill Hicks, your host. We'll be right back. I'm Bill Hicks, your host. We'll be right back.
What?
You can go to Kevin Booth's website, Sacred Cow Productions, and click.
This shit is crazy as fuck. Straight shit. Now they supposed to be suing this nigga. You was out here for a shit for that Sandy Hook shit. Now you for example, for all the rest of the conspiracy theories to shut the fuck up. Well, fuck you, man.
Click on artist bios. You'll find that Alex Jones is listed right underneath Bill Hicks. When you click on AJ's bio, it has some interesting things. Let's read the top part here. I became familiar with Alex Jones in the early 90s when he had his first cable access show in Austin, Texas. Alex used to sit in front of a star map, and I had a hard time putting my finger on exactly what it was that Alex was talking about. I remember the very last time Bill Hicks came to Austin Access, spring of '93, we were working on a script called Public Access about a Rush Limbaugh-type character who angers a viewer, and the viewer came to the station and killed the host on air. Bill's character was an abstract composite of various Access personalities, including Alex. Okay, it's basically saying that Bill Hicks was assuming a role that incorporated Alex Jones. That's pretty funny. Now let's just finish this paragraph. Bill actually watched Alex one day and said, "He has magnetism, but I can't tell where he's going." So Bill Hicks and Alex Jones have supposedly been in the same place at the same time. I would say on multiple occasions if Bill was utilizing Alex's personality for his Rush Limbaugh-type character. And there's no photos that exist of the two together. You can find Bill Hicks with Kevin Booth. You can find Alex Jones with Kevin Booth. But not Bill and Alex. It's not incriminating on its own, but it's worth your consideration as we continue. Bill Hicks was working on a story as a journalist with Kevin Booth about the Waco Branch Davidians shortly before he died in 1994. Then in 1996, Alex Jones pops up out of nowhere with himself and Kevin Booth doing the exact same thing. Here's Bill Hicks in 1993 doing a Halloween special for Sacred Cow Productions.
Sony's on line 1. Sony's on line 1? You mean we're out of here? We got the public backing we need? Yeah, that must be there. Okay, we got our big record deal. We're out of here. Thanks.
And here's Alex Jones doing a Halloween special in 1997, also for Sacred Cow Productions.
Yeah, pretty fun. Well, I can assure you, I don't make any money off public access.
Coincidence? Maybe. Let's keep going. Some people say that Bill and Alex don't sound alike, but actually they do at times. Here's Bill Hicks.
You suck, buddy, you suck. I can yell at the comedian because I'm a drum son. That gives me carte blanche. I got a con and a drum. I can do anything I want. I don't have a con. I can yell at performers because I'm a fucking idiot. Because I got a con. I want you to go find a fucking soul.
And here's Alex Jones.
You know what it's like to go to sleep every night knowing you work for a bunch of psychotic killers and you bastards are probably going to end up killing me one day? You know what it's like knowing you've ruined my life? You know what it's like?
Well, we're down here at the legendary Access Studios, where Bill Hicks was interviewed by Lord Booth. Where Bill Hicks was interviewed by Lord.
Why you smiling like that? That's the winky wink. That's that winky wink shit right there. That little smile.
Mr. Stamler, this is Billy Johnson calling from New York. We have got your award here, and we'd like to present it to you at the midterm 2004 World Tiddlywinks Championship. So we'd like to see what you can do with those tiddlywinks. I hear you can, flip them like nobody else in the world possibly can, Mr. Sandler. We do appreciate you calling us. And remember that Alex Jones is a very dangerous character. So need to work with someone of that type of caliber. Very wicked.
In fact, just like Hicks, Alex would also do stand-up comedy.
All right, he did start smoking a cigarette.
Eisenhower back in 1958 calling Fidel Castro the Abraham Lincoln of the Caribbean. Maybe he is. But my point is, they put that motherfucker in power. They put him in there.
Another coincidence, don't mind me. Isn't it a little weird that on the 10th anniversary of Bill Hicks' death, Alex Jones accepted a Bill Hicks portrait as an award?
Tribute to Bill Hicks, February 26, 2004, commemorating 10 years since Bill left our world. Presented to the Bill Hicks Foundation for Wildlife, Jerry and Lynn Raritan, are the fine folks at Capital City.
Man, these folks ain't shit, man.
Sacred Cow Productions, and artists and
oh, boy.
The following Bill Hicks production
world is a psyop.
Saint Man, 1989, Relentless, 1991, Arizona Bay, 1992, and Rant E Minor, 1993.
This is long before there was even a connection made between Bill and AJ. Before we go any further, I must bring up the fact that according to searchable birthdays of Bill Hicks and Alex Jones, there is a little over a 12-year difference in age, with Bill being older. So Alex claims he's 44 now, and Bill would be 56 right now. Let's note that here in 2018, that Alex Jones does not look 44. He doesn't look 44 to me. Also got to say that people age differently depending on how they treat their bodies and things like that. So again, just want to make a note of it because people have been making notes of this for quite some time.
It is important for the viewer of this video to know that Bill Hicks is 12 years older than what his character, Alex Jones, claims to be. That being said, let's play a little game. How old is that man? 30 or 42? 32 or 44?
44.
35 or 47?
47.
39 or 51?
51.
Moving forward, Kevin Booth credits Bill Hicks and Alex Jones as the producer of his 2013 film, American Drug War II. On many occasions, Alex Jones talks about being Bill Hicks.
Yes, I am Bill Hicks. But to be more accurate, you didn't get it all, did you? You didn't get the full conspiracy. I played the character, Bill Hicks. For 15 years, my accomplice, Kevin Booth, and we fooled you all. The master actor, the master genius. Then I decided to bring forward an even more incredible persona, that of Alex Jones. The Queen of England's my mother. Oh, actually, that'll start a new conspiracy theory. Actually, Bill Hicks is my mother. No, the government, in an immaculate conception, climbed on top of my mother, and that's how you got Alex Jones. I am the son of Obama, Bill Hicks. The whole world is a stage, and each of us players upon it. I mean, as Bill Hicks, I know that better than most. Folks, I am Bill Hicks, and I'm sitting here looking at all this, and then these people come to me on the street, and they go, hey, Joe, said it like 5 times. And then I try to go, oh, I knew you were, I mean, not Jones, Alex, whatever your fucking name is, Alex Jones. The programming for you. So I want to just get this out of the way. I am Bill Hicks.
Has been called Bill by some of his guests.
The missing records, it's the proof of cover-up is the proof of guilt.
Yeah, and we just wrote this ebook, question of eligibility, under my name, Jerome Corsi and Mike Solo, D-U-L-L-O. We lay all this out, just like we did at the press conference. Now, your question, and you've got Carrie, who's absolutely in another universe and an alternate space, and, quantum quagmired Bill,
And Alex even claimed to be funnier and more successful than Hicks.
And you're going to keep purveying that Bill Hicks myth when you do that, because that sounds like the devil Bill Hicks voice when you do that.
We should just get a tight shot of Merlin at the microphone.
And then Rush Limbaugh's there and the devil mouthing.
The history is a lot funnier than Bill Hicks. I'm a lot more successful than him.
Definitely.
And it just shows the total mental illness.
And that's why you had to stop that character and just totally fully commit to Alex.
But I mean, the guy was from Texas.
While later being a total hypocrite.
And, it's actually kind of mean to the family, folks. Bill really did die of pancreatic cancer. And that's not why Kevin Booth is here. He's here to talk about American Drug War, too. I just want to be honest with folks. Actually, Kevin Booth is Bill Hicks.
In an issue of the Maybe Quarterly, Bill's best friend, Kevin Booth, says this. Even Joe Rogan has gone back and forth since I first introduced him to Alex. He keeps flipping back and forth between either this guy is a complete lunatic or it's almost like he is some kind of savant that is seeing into the future on some weird level. What's weird is that I think Alex is one of the funniest guys I have ever known. I mean, I think that Alex is funnier than Bill. Alex makes me laugh harder than Bill ever did. He is such a genuine character. That's just not normal behavior for a lifelong best friend to display. Kevin Booth's Bill Hicks' best friend, and he's disrespecting him big time by saying Alex Jones is funnier than Bill. That's insane. That's ludicrous. They say Bill died from pancreatic cancer. The thing is that the most likely candidates for pancreatic cancer are between ages 60 and 80, not 32. Is it possible that Bill died of pancreatic cancer? Sure, but it's not likely. On some versions of American, the Bill Hicks story, the tagline says, the true life story of the outlaw comic that tried to save the world. He still might.
That's crazy, though.
Perhaps a little clue there, and that's not the only one. On page 423 of Bill Hicks' Agent of Evolution, Kevin Booth wrote that on the way back from Bill's purported funeral, that Bill had appeared sitting shotgun in Kevin's car, and then Bill proclaimed that he had done it. He pulled off the world's biggest joke, like it was all a magic trick. Let's look at the book. I'll show it to you. What's up, everybody? ODD got the book. This is the book written by Kevin Booth. It's called Bill Hicks, Agent of Evolution. And I just want to show you that the page 423 real quick. So let's have a look.
See, that's him.
So here's page 423. And he's talking about, Kevin Booth is talking about being at the funeral. He said, there's nothing so good in the world, but at the same time, it was like a dream. How did this happen? How come Bill is dead? He was fucking 32. 30 fucking 2. The strangest, most beautiful person I ever knew or ever will. And he's dead at 32. So just wanted to read that because he's kind of, you see how crazy it is that he made that statement that Alex Jones is the funniest person he's ever met. But let's jump down here to the bottom. Says,
But he,
I was
you
driving
know,
a
bullshit.
Blazer by Seton Hospital near my house. I caught something out of my periphery. I looked over and Bill had appeared sitting shotgun in my car. He told me that he had done it. That he had pulled off the world's biggest joke. Like it was all a magic trick.
He did a Machiavelli.
Okay. So that's page 423 of Bill Hicks, Agent of Evolution. Another interesting clue is in the orange drink connection. Bill had a stand-up segment about orange drink.
You ready? Orange drink. I'm going, what's the name of it? Orange drink. It's classic England, right? This is just socialist nightmare over there, right? That's the drink. It's orange drink. I said, yeah, you really got my act down good, guys. That'll be great. You know, when I'm done ranting about elite power that rules the planet under a totalitarian government that uses the media in order to keep people stupid, my throat gets parched. That's why I drink orange drink. Yeah, right. See, don't you see how it all fit in? Don't you see how every word I said would be hollow and filled with nothing?
And for some odd reason, Alex Jones sells an orange drink called Tangy Tangerine.
Now, there are hundreds of great products at InfoWarsTeam.com, but I want to point out the three that have helped me lose 37 pounds in just 2 months. Products like Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Pollen Burst, and Rebound. When I started taking the Tangy Tangerine and other products every day, I lost more than 37 pounds in just 2 months.
So did Bill Hicks assume the identity of a character named Alex Jones? Most likely. But even with the slightest chance that it isn't the case, Alex Jones is still 100% controlled opposition. He works for Ted Turner, who owns Time Warner. We find proof of that when an InfoWars employee is questioned by a cop.
Right there, right there.
You work for Time Warner Cable?
Right there.
Is that who you work for?
I work for Alex Jones. Who do you work for?
You work for
I work for InfoWars. InfoWars.com. It's a website.
InfoWars.com. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, so I can know who you work for.
So they don't like us.
Time Warner.
We also find evidence of it with the movie A Scanner Darkly, where Alex Jones is part of the cast.
Can't you figure this out? Look around you. Look how far we've come. Humanity wasn't meant to live like this. Our every waking moment, tracked and traced and scanned. It's time to stop submitting to this tyranny. It's time to realize that we're being enslaved.
And who put out the movie? Warner Brothers. So he's handled by Time Warner, again, owned by Ted Turner, who is a member of the Bilderberg group that Alex Jones complains about. It's all a joke, a distraction for these people. It's obvious that Jones is a Zionist gatekeeper.
Do I support Israel or don't? And I've been very, very clear that I do support Israel.
There's so much out there, but to top it all off, Jones is seen in the eyes of many as the leader of the truth movement. And he acts like the nuttiest bastard on earth.
What do I do, Lord? Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. These are demons. Repent now.
Then throw it that 2 feet.
You got little gold-framed glasses. You scare me so bad. You scared. Scum. Nelly's going, kill everybody. I get off when I talk about cutting people's power off. I'm a Nelly.
You're being crazy.
I'm an explorer. I'm a human.
John.
I'm animated.
I'm out of here. John. I'm out of there, John. Damn, boy. Old Bill Hicks. Probably had a shock at the end of that bit. That's crazy. Or when they got on. shit.
This is gonna be absolutely good. I don't want to destroy anybody's path. This is not just a battle, it's war.
Curvature drop of 8 inches times the mile when you square the mile. 1 mile means there should be an 8-inch curvature drop. 2 miles, 2 times 2 times 8 is 32. That's 32-inch drop. 3 miles would be a 72-inch drop. And this would exponentially continue. Here's the longest bridge in the world. The Danyang Kongchong Grand Bridge in China. 102.4 miles long. There should exist nearly 7,000 feet of curvature drop in that bridge. 7,000-foot curvature drop. Do you see it? It ain't there. Look at the horizon. It's flat.
You can see in that dive shot of the inside camera, the horizon is completely flat. Then it goes to the outside, and you got a huge curve. But when you're looking at some of the amateur balloon footage,
they got red bullshit.
Completely flat.
Others,
like the GoPro stuff, the horizon will fluctuate as the camera spins and tilts. The horizon will go convex and concave.
I want to watch some of it before I watch it. I want to watch it right here before I watch it. Yep, that shit crazy, John Q. I heard that shit before. I ain't never just seen no video on it like that. That's
this movie called American
that's
Saint.
him. In my opinion, you know.
This film was made by Sumerian Films, which is also Sumerian Records, a record label with many artists under its belt. Anyway, this movie was about a young rock band called The Relentless that drop out of college to move to the Sunset Strip to chase their dreams. These kids live out of their van while hunting down live venues to perform their songs and make themselves known. Struggling from day to day, they keep running into an enigmatic old man that says strange things. First, when they arrive in California,
John 7:24. Stop judging by mere appearances, and instead judge correctly. Can I show you boys around town?
Then they run into him again a little while later.
Do you know how long I've been stuck here in this vessel, waiting for you poor dicks to show up? Do you know how long? What the fuck?
Then they keep hustling and trying to make headway, playing shows and barely scraping by. Then, yet again, they come face to face with the mysterious man. Only this time, he's rolling in style, and he gives himself away.
Sorry. Who the hell are you? Use your imagination, dude. It's not what you feel, what you see.
Whole devil worshipping thing's all fake. The shock value, tongue-in-cheek marketing gimmick.
You know, let's ask Vic's Bible-hugging mom, huh? Shall we? Anyway, let's go on inside and have that drink.
They go inside to sit down and have drinks and talk business.
This is my favorite table. Done a lot of business at this booth.
Oh, come on, guys. You don't actually believe this fucking bullshit, do you?
By us? Because I believe in you. I know you came out here because you know what you're capable of. So do I.
Pop stars, they're the ones who influence the masses. We're just a rock band.
Pop stars
Yeah, what
are
up,
so
though?
fucking boring. Anyway, I've got
You missed the out of his shit, bro.
JC, Empire State of Mind. Love that lyric. Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends.
And then his little protege, Kanye. You know, I put him on the front of Rolling Stone magazine with a crown of thorns on his head. Okay, but why exactly?
The Ella Jones shit was a fool, bro.
Rock and roll, heavy metal. You know, you guys, you're so loyal to me. You wear me on your sleeve.
Fucking mental.
You ever seen Iron Maiden? They filled stadiums full of their fans, singing along to songs like.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I heard niggas talk about it. I didn't know about no video on it. So that shit, that's huh?
Sympathy for the devil.
Straight shit.
I'm Satan. Just say, devil is a catchy lyric.
That was all real. They would never put it out in the open.
Check this out. See this? Pyramid on the eye. Do you know what that signifies? Illuminati. What does that writing say? Favors are undertaking. Yes, I do. And this, the order of the ages. Elvis Ordo. Yeah. Now the best place to keep a secret is right in front of someone.
Right. I'm a believer.
You're speaking for everybody. All right, I'll take one. We perform a ritual ceremony. And then I will make you international icons.
What's the ritual?
Something very simple. Human sacrifice.
No fucking way. Needless to say, they agree to the ritual sacrifice, and boom, they blow up and become the most popular band overnight with their debut album, American Satan. American Satan is AS. AS is 119, right? Backwards, it's 9/11. This album also reminds me of Marilyn Manson's album, Antichrist Superstar. American Satan, Antichrist Superstar. Both pretty much the same. Superstar. You could replace the word American with superstar, right? Everybody in America is a superstar or wants to be one. And Satan, Antichrist. So American Satan, Antichrist Superstar. Both very similar. Both AS 9/11. And let me say this. Maybe these numerical outcomes or similar name patterns weren't devised by man sitting around in a room going, let's put this in there, let's make sure this is that, but rather the Matrix is speaking to us and at times through us, reality itself, whatever it is heavily coded with hidden knowledge and messages when you're able to read between the lines. So anyway, the lead singer of The Relentless is cleverly named Johnny Faust, as in Dr. Johann Georg Faust, a German astronomer, alchemist, and magician from the mid-1400s. Just decades after his death, he became the subject of a folk legend where a man makes a pact with the devil in exchange for worldly pleasures and unlimited knowledge. This legend has had many adaptations over the centuries, leading all the way up to today.
I told you they keep writing the same script. And they're sticking to the script like a motherfucker.
In fact, there is a 1994 Faust movie by Jan Svankmajer. On the cover for the movie, the Faust character is using his hand to cover up one of his eyes. Very interesting, right? Being that we constantly see this among famous people, Hollywood icons. Pop music stars.
fashion industry. Movie posters.
It sound right. You sure? You want to saying that?
Movie covers.
Sound right.
Album covers.
You can't hear me though?
Magazine covers.
Oh, the one I want to eat, little man. Oh, okay.
Music videos.
That shit. This shit's so plain sight now. Sure. Or Wilson.
Products they sell at the grocery store. Ads for department stores. They even have the Einstein brothers doing it with bagels. And the list goes on and on. I could easily make a 5-hour video with how much of this stuff you can find. I'll admit it sounds funny and it seems completely ridiculous and unreal, but it's exactly like the man said on American Satan. The best place to keep a secret is right in front of someone.
Hey, what?
So we have the 1994 Faust cover with the guy covering one eye, and the story is about selling your soul. Let's listen to some words straight from the celebrities themselves.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know
a crappy deal. If you like a happy meal.
It's like a boy in the bubble who never could have danced or trapped. If I could go back, I never would have rapped. I sold my soul to the devil, I'll never get it back. I sold my soul to the devil, and the price is cheap. And yo, it's cold on this level, cause it's twice as deep. Picture a nigga on the verge of living insane. I sold my soul for a chance to keep getting banged.
You know, I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hands over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out, so I sold my soul to the devil.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it. Hey, the bargain, I hold a man in the bargain. Holding up my hand. Yeah, hold a man in the bargain now. To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth and in a world we can't see.
I mean, I can try, but then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes and sing strong and do all these things that when I'm just by myself, I can't do. And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
Yeah, and it like really upset me, so I like summoned Satan and I write about how I made it.
Really, you summoned Satan?
It's a chapter called Eat, Pray, Love, Conjure Satan. And when I was 12 years old, I signed a deal with Satan in my room, and I was to...
CBS doesn't condone this.
Wait a minute. Because
I wanted to get famous no matter what.
Well, there's a rich history of the devil in rock and roll. Back to like Elvis was everyone said he's playing the devil's music. What was that great song? The devil went down to Jones. It's on the couch. He had some devil in there, and it goes even back to before that. It was Robert Johnson, right? And you can find the lyrics way back to the beginning of rock. And so, had we sold
fight, sleep, trying to stay up, you know what I do.
how else can you explain this being here?
Now, I'm not here trying to tell you that these people were face to face with the devil, shaking his hand or something like that, but this all really is satanic. It's all about materialism, wealth, and living a life full of earthly pleasures while neglecting spiritual wealth and well-being. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
So them business on grants and
Satan is the god of this material world, and we are always under attack, being deceived, misled, manipulated, and tempted. This is why people celebrate Christmas, and we exchange material on Christmas and spend money. It's all about the one eye. This is why people that sold their soul for fame and fortune cover one eye. And this is why we have an all-seeing eye on the back of the most circulated currency in the world with the phrase, "In God we trust." It's not the God you were thinking of growing up. But like I was saying, forget about a red devil with horns, as that is only a symbol of the darkness that tries to influence people from a different plane of existence. Let's listen to some of the words from an interview with rapper DMX.
And then I remember one day coming from the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning and pulling over on the highway. Be like 4 cars, just to watch the sunrise. It was at that point that I fell in love with Arizona. I said, you know what, this has to be God's country. Because I've never seen anything as beautiful as that sunrise. Then I met the devil in God's country. It's not so much who, it's what, what happens and the things that the devil does. It's not so much a person, even though he acts through people. You can't call one person the devil. You can't call any one person the devil. You can't do that because no one person has enough power to be the devil.
So you see, that gives us a little bit of insight right there, The people you deal with, they're all influenced. It's all influence. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Rock music and music in general has definitely been guided and controlled by spiritual wickedness. It's obvious. There are quite a few pictures of Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, hanging with musicians and rock stars. Sammy Davis Jr., Marilyn Manson, King Diamond, etc. Rock music has always paid homage to Satan, and it's never been a secret. Rap music is doing it now too.
Sad niggas stop hating. The tone shit got that fire. And these hoes love me like Satan, man. Yeah.
But back to rock music. Have you ever noticed the androgynous agenda? Most all male rock bands have all the members dressing like women, doing makeup and everything. This is, of course, paying homage to the Baphomet, which is their hermaphrodite god. It has a penis and a set of knockers. On its arms, which are pointing above and below, as above so below, it says solve and coagula, which means separation and coming together. This is an essential part of the alchemical process. What's funny is that the guy that plays the vocalist for the Relentless on American Satan is the vocalist for a real band called Black Veil Brides, and they dress up like women.
it's getting crazy. It's either like they are guys dressing like women, or they're women. They really are trannies. There's a huge transgender agenda going on where people that you would never suspect of being the opposite sex are actually the opposite sex. They're trannies.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the goddamn real. Same thing they try to tell nigga about goddamn Serena Williams. We got nigga around trying to come back with the fuck I say. Nigga fuck that shit. Shit, I gotta do a look with your eyes and see. Damn woman, man. Ain't no damn woman.
Anyway, back to alphabet and alchemy and stuff like that. The first Faust movie from 1926 is all about alchemy, and the 1994 version is made by a company called Athenor, and an Athenor is a furnace that maintains a steady temperature used by alchemists. Another interesting aspect of rock music is backmasking. Have you guys ever seen Little Nicky?
Oh, fat. Do both.
I'll play a clip real quick.
But wrap your minds around this, gentlemen. Oh, no.
Get your late ass on.
Chicago.
You got a number. I got a number.
I love this song.
Oh my God, Chicago kicks ass.
Chicago.
See, and that's comedy. People laugh and stuff, but this happens in real life. Stairway to Heaven, for instance.
Oh my.
Why, sweet Satan. Can't make this stuff up. On the Beatles album entitled Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Aleister Crowley is present in the collage.
Wow.
And Ozzy Osbourne has a song dedicated to Crowley.
Mr. Crowley, what they got in your head? Oh, Mr. Crowley.
It's always been there. See, you put it out in the open like this, like the music industry has done, like Hollywood has done.
Yeah, you won't run this bitch. I'm gonna run this bitch tonight. What up, Kaki? I'm gonna goddamn regroup. Truth don't need no motherfucker here. We on the air though. We looking for the four corners of the earth. We looking for the four corners of the earth, and we looking for the North Pole. The pole be the sun at the top, and then on top, so it gotta be the center. Why flat? They at the center of this bitch. United. They united in the center of this bitch. Who you think the nation gonna unite at? Where they meet. Okay then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Got these folks nigga mapped out. Italy, we coming for you. We already got you, Italy. We know that about your ass anyway. Now we gotta hit the Netherlands and Norway. Expose these bitch ass motherfuckers. Start getting your respect. Quit your job. Don't you make them all work for you. You ain't on my shit. Shut the system down. You know how you shut a goddamn motherfucker, a corporation down that's built on debt. Stop goddamn feeding the beast. Shit, you gonna survive anyway. Yeah, it's time for looting and all that shit. Yeah. They came down and Black Lives Matter came through that and did all that boo-boo. Goddamn, stop going to work for these bitches. I'm talking this shit, gotta get a job right now. Even though I don't got to get a job. I'm out this bitch, y'all. Goddamn, mine probably is too. Truth don't need no more help. Shout out to my girl, New and Goddess, man. Hey, good to see you, New. I love you, baby. I'm a good up. She don't play. No, she got some good shit for me. Yeah, hey, I'm goddamn hit you up the email now. Gotta hit you up the Gmail now. So my girl, Well, I said, truth don't need no help. It ain't gonna be break or fold. All we gotta do is support the truth. I said, see what I said? I said, boom.